Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jason. I am back again. I am back home from my travels in Mexico City. So, hola to everybody. My Spanish is still absolutely horrible, but I got to really work on that. I picked up a bunch of stuff down there. We also, of course, did the big art book fair called Hardcore, which was super fun. Connected with a whole bunch of people. Met up with some Americans, which was nice because we haven't been visiting the U.S. lately. So it's kind of one of my only chances to meet up in person with some U.S. folks. Yeah, we had a blast down in Mexico City. I was down there for about 7 days. Hit up a bunch of record stores. There's tons in the city, especially in these tourist kind of areas that we stay in, um, which also means some pretty high prices as well. So it was a little eye watering, but I tried to not think about the price and just think about the record because that's what it's all about, right? So I've got some records to show you guys. I got a couple of 7 inches and one cassette that we picked up at a live noise show. I'm going to put some video at the end of this thing, digging in some of the crates and some of the spaces that we visited and some of the live set as well, which we caught at a live experimental noise show at a local punk record store in Mexico City. So that was sick. Overall, great trip. Excellent time. So let's dive into it. I got a couple of books as well from the book fair that I'll show you guys as well. Starting off with some 7 inches. Now, I went into one of my favorite shops there, Revancha Records. Good for like used records. They get a lot of just weird things that might pop up that you wouldn't see normally. And I found a couple things that I hadn't seen anywhere else, so I decided to pick them up. Now, the first 7 inch, I am missing the cover, but this is John Foxx of Ultravox, the first singer of Ultravox before Major. And I thought it was Metal Beat, but that's the label, Metal Beat. It's a very weird cutout situation we got going on here. It's actually cut out the song titles for quick play, I guess, but this is Burning Car, I think, is the single. So that was kind of a quick grab for some 80s new wave, if you will. He went solo, I think, in 1980 from Ultravox. Also, speaking of 80s, we got some Gary Numan. We Are Glass. I hadn't seen this 7 inch before. I've got a couple of things by Gary Numan on 7, and this is a good track. So, flip side is Toi a Gymnopedes, something like this. It's a very almost synth wave kind of track. Even came with a nice little 45 adapter here for me. UK Press, I think, Beggar's Banquet. So 2 7s. And there's the sticker, by the way, for Ovencha. If you're ever down in Mexico City, do check them out. Good spot. And another nice thing about that shop, too, is that you can actually listen to the records. Provided that they're open. You can listen to them before you pick them up. So that was kind of cool. I passed on 1 or 2 that wasn't up to my level of quality standard. But one that I did pick up, which I hadn't really seen this one before, picture disc. I got a picture disc here of the pop group. This is a long title here. The Boys Whose Head Exploded. There you go. Now this came out in 2016, I believe on CD first. It's just a collection of live recordings by Mark Stewart's the pop group. Classic post-punk, political edge band from the 80s. Really cool stuff. So yeah, I hadn't seen this, let alone got it. Yeah, I think originally it was on CD only, and then they put out the picture disc as well. I'm trying to see what record label it's on. This product, something. Anyway, yeah, it's got all kinds of stuff on here. Justice, How Much Longer, Blind Faith, Forces of Oppression, Feed the Hungry, Rob a Bank. So it looks like mostly recordings from Cologne, Milan, Helsinki, Sheffield. There you go, pop group. So pretty pleased with that. It was a little bit expensive, but probably would have paid the same if I had ordered it online from Discogs or something. So snatched that up. Pop group. Now, moving on to some other shops I visited. Went twice, maybe 3 times, to 99 Records, one of my fave shops down there. 99 Records, they have 2 locations. One is slightly larger than the other, I guess. They both have these pretty swank, sweet listening rooms. So this is like the new trend now. You can go and listen to a record. Maybe it's not that new, right? Go and listen to a record on a very nice hi-fi system. We actually went and tested it out, and they were playing the Dream Syndicate on a nice system in one of the sound rooms, which I'll show a photo of at the end. And yeah, it was pretty cool, pretty fun experience. They didn't charge for the experience of listening to a record, but they do have some fancy drinks that you can buy as well. So 99 Records. I actually got a record by one of the owners of the shop. So this one, I didn't think I was gonna be picking up some trip hop sample based stuff on this trip, but that's what I did with this one. This is artist name Carlos Metta, and this is Chingos de Changos. Chingos de Changos, a whole lot of monkeys, I think is how that translates. Something like that from Spanish. But yeah, this is a pretty fun record. It's kind of like a journey, if you will, almost like a movie soundtrack of sorts. Very multicultural journey. You have a lot of sitar on here. You have some klezmer, Spanish, Indian flavors. I would say if you're a fan of like Beastie Boys, but the instrumental stuff, this would be totally up your alley. Kind of a trip hop thing. Yeah, and it's on their own label, 99 Records. So one and only that they have put out. I guess this came out in 2023. And it's a red vinyl. There we go. Kind of like that. Pretty fun release. Bit of a grower, I think. And yeah, Chingos to Changos. So that was a kind of neat release. Now, one of the reasons why I went back in the shop, was I wanted to pick up a classic that I didn't have in my collection, and I really should have all these years, especially spinning like EBM and industrial. I went back for some Ministry, and this one, as you can see, cost me a little bit of a fortune. It was $900. No, I'm just kidding. It was 975 pesos, which is also quite a bit, actually. In Canadian, I don't want to even know the conversion. I think it's something around $70 or something. It's a double record, reissued. I think this is a 2024 reissue on Rhino Records. It's not a gatefold, which I'm totally fine with. Being a DJ, that just adds extra cardboard in the crate. Heavy vinyl though, 180 gram. And you know, I really should have had this record for a while. I think it sounds really great. Good remaster. This is the inner sleeve that you get with it. And because it's on 2 discs, so you actually get a whole extra disc, whole extra side of bonus tracks. You get a Stigmata remix, and you get Tonight We Murder on that flip side of side B on the second disc. Yeah, it's pretty killer. I think there's also an extra bonus track or something on here from reading the notes that was only on the CD and not on the vinyl. So Land of Rape and Honey, if you didn't know, Ministry's album after Twitch, getting much more industrial metal at times. Although they go even more metal in the next few albums, but still some great danceable EBM style stuff as well. A classic record, so happy to have it, even for a high price. So there you go. Ministry. Let's see what else we get. Okay, now this one is a little less painful on the pocket. It was pretty exciting to see. I've already unwrapped it here, but this is Christian Death featuring Ross Williams, obviously co-founder of Christian Death, but I guess for legal reasons or whatever, they had to put that on there. This is a Cleopatra 2023 reissue of it. It came out originally in '94. The Rage of Angels. It's excellent. Goth rock and death rock. Wicked stuff. Got a couple Christian Death OGs so far. So it was nice to get this. I didn't have this at all on vinyl. There's the hype sticker for that. It's a splatter edition. Wonderful. Here's the inner sleeve. So yeah, Christian Death becoming one of my favorite goth bands, but also death rock. Yeah, it's got a bit of that punky edge to it. From LA. I have another record to show you guys that is a total death rock classic as well coming up. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, This is a sick record. Got that. Yeah, then popped into another shop where we saw the live experimental noise show. Picked up a cassette from this show. So it was a trio at first, which was Conception, Huerta, and Pina, and one other person on trumpet. And so I picked up their cassette. The cassette only has the duo on here, but they were joined by a third artist for the live performance. Can't see that with all the glare, but it is very cool. So kind of like picture noise with some free jazz, kind of over top. There's a sax and a trumpet player at the live show. This one is just the sax and the sort of live noise, ambient noise. Really cool record here. Aquarius Wind, I think this is called. Yeah. And this is a new release, I think 2026. There's the cassette, just kind of dubbed over a Sony cassette, looks like. Here's the inner. So yeah, I wasn't aware of this Mexican artist. She's pretty prolific. I think she's also based in Berlin sometimes. I'm not 100% on that one. And she has played in Canada, I think, as well. So yeah, Conception with a C, Huerta, pretty well known for ambient electronic stuff. That's it there. You guys can see it. Wicked cassette, man. I'd like to get some vinyl now of her stuff. I'll leave a link to the Bandcamp down below. You can also see some of the live footage. I picked up 2 records at that show as well, because it's a record store as well. It's like kind of a punk record shop. Venas Discos, something like this. I'll put the title down below. Great shop. I met the owner actually. He picked up some of my cassettes too at the book fair, so that was cool. Another Mexican release. So a couple of things I got here from Mexico itself. Soga. This is an all-female hardcore punk band, ripper of a punk band. Newish release, I think. This is on Iron Lung Records, so that also kind of clued me in to check this out. The album is called Corrosion by Soga. And yeah, no dates on this thing, but now ironically enough, they are playing tonight as I film this, I think, in Toronto. This week in Toronto, anyway. But unfortunately, I can't make it. It would have been awesome to see them live. But yeah, some killer hardcore punk, pretty noisy stuff, really great. Up my alley. Soga Corrosion, I think is the name of the album. Yeah, look at that. And the second and last record I think I'm going to show today, Ex-Voto. Alright, so here is some more death rock, goth-ish stuff. I guess key distinction between goth rock and death rock. Death rock coming more from the LA scene and goth rock coming more from the British, more new romantic kind of side of things, and goth rock being a little bit more on the punkier edge. So Ex-Voto, I had never heard of this band before, to be honest. It was kind of new to me, but I knew just from this album cover that this record was probably coming home with me. So it definitely is. It sounds wicked. It's got a little bit of like synth and keyboard, a little bit of electronic beats, I think, in here too. Even it's in 1990. Well, this is a comp actually. It's 1982 to 1990. Don't look back. 82 to 90 by Ex-Voto. Sick stuff. Here's the back. Cover. I mean, for my goth collection alone, yeah, I knew I was going to get this record. So they've been around since the 80s. Not as popular as Christian Death or Gun Club or any of that stuff, but here's the inner. It's a nice reissue here going on. I think it's on like a label like Phantom Records or something. That's what it's called. All that. Yeah. So, overall, some killer records. Happy to be back. I picked up a couple of cool books while I was down there. I picked up a few books, actually. This is one that is actually a magazine published out of Berlin. No surprise there, I guess. Nice thick magazine. It's like a book, right? This is all like record collectors and DJs. You know, kind of like the VC, but in book format, and interviews with them. And that's kind of a fun book. Very glossy, nice book. And I also got this one, which is Maze in Webland, Detouring UX Destinies. So this is a kind of a feminist critique of the web, World Wide Web, and user experience stuff. So that's kind of a cool political criticism book. Yeah, that's my haul from Mexico City this year. It's the third time we've visited and had a total blast. Like I said, really fun. I'll put some bunch of videos at the end of this for that one. I also got some stuff in the mail since I got back, so stay tuned for some more videos on that too. See you guys. Oh yeah.
$8.54.
Great.
$2.
Stick back.
300 is 24, so 300 is 25.
Okay. Charlatans UK. There we go. There you go. I might come back with it. I've never seen that one before. Oh, there's the new Cure album. 12.25.
Pop noise shoegaze. I'm gonna sit outside.
Hace tiempo que lo sé. Y yo
Listening room.